Anze Kopitar of the LA Kings.
How you
Good to
doing,
see
Rich?
you.
Good to see you too.
Thrilled to have you here. The Stadium Series, you played against the Sharks outdoors, right? Levi
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this crow came to the stadium. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
No.
a crow just. What was it, like top Levi Stadium?
They did a time-lapse photography of the stadium, so you could see the changeover from it going from a football field to a hockey arena. And on the time-lapse, a crow just came right up to the camera and started like looking at it, pecking it.
And then
day one of setup.
And they say, and it comes back every day and talks about things
just
from the
random
sports
pop
world.
culture.
It's very
Sports world
topical.
stuff.
Yeah.
This crow's very smart.
And the crow's voice sounds a lot like executive producer Ted Mulcairn making
does,
a crow
but,
voice. It's very strange. You have no
Kopitar
idea what he's just
he's like,
strolled
what are
into.
these
He's like,
idiots
wait a minute,
talking
what
about right
happened? We just beat the Canadiens. They're tops in the Eastern Conference. Like, show up at this show. And he's responding apparently to Bill Walton's latest about being milked.
Milked, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
The defending Stanley Cup champion Los Angeles Kings sending one of the best in the National Hockey League to the studio. Good to see you in person, Anze
Rich.
Kopitar.
How you doing?
How are you?
Really good.
This is the question I ask everybody who's won it all in your sport. What in the world is it like lifting the Stanley Cup, Anze?
Well, it's the best feeling in the world. You know, it's just, I think you're overwhelmed at first. And then, you know, for me, it was all the film kind of went back to, you know, my roots and just the start and, you know, how hard you worked. It's, first of all, you come here and you actually make it to the NHL. And then the actual journey towards the Cup is pretty hard, but enjoyable.
Well, when you say come here, you're referring to the United States and the NHL
And
from,
the NHL,
from
yeah.
Slovenia and Yugoslavia.
Exactly.
And you brought the Cup back there. Was that the first or the second time that you had it?
Both I did.
You were both
yeah.
times.
Well, you know, when you win the first one, you don't really know if you're going to get a chance to win it again. So I wanted to make the most of it and obviously bring it back. You know, for my family, for all the fans that were waking up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to watch all the games. So that was pretty cool. It was a good turnout.
Yeah, I mean, what was that like when you go back to your home area, your home country, dreaming of a moment that you could do what you were actually doing? That must have been an incredible feeling.
Yeah, it was unreal, really. I mean, it was a great turnout. It was about first of all, when I landed, I don't know, this was a week after the finals. It was about 1,500 people just at the airport waiting for me and kind of.
Did you know that there was going to be that sort of
I
welcome
knew
for you?
that something was going on. Yeah, I had some press conferences set up, but I didn't know there was going to be that many people waiting for me there.
Yeah, and we're looking at video for the radio audience of you hoisting the cup everywhere you went. That's a good trap exercise, right? I mean, by the end of the day, you were probably feeling that in your back, right?
You know
Anze?
what?
I mean,
The cup keepers usually know what they're talking about, and they actually said, you know what, just don't.
they said
Don't
pace
start it
yourself.
off- yeah, pace yourself. Don't start off too hot. And actually, by the end of the night, it's they know what they're talking about. That's for sure.
This is the neat part about the cup too. Is when you say cup keepers,
Yeah.
right? There are a couple of guys who are essentially assigned to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, they just they look out for the cup pretty much 24/7.
Guardians of the Cup.
Yes.
And they go because if you win the cup, how does this work? You're allowed to have it in your possession for everyone on the team for 24 hours?
24 hours, you can do whatever you want to do. You can take it places that maybe hasn't been before. So it's.
I can't imagine there are no places where the cup has never been.
Yeah,
Except
I've heard-
Slovenia. That was the first
That
time
was
it
the
ever been
first
there.
one. Yeah, that was
Okay.
the first one. So that was something new. But yeah, I mean, it's from stories that I hear. It was in the bottom of the pool, and you know, there was some signing maybe that the cup keepers weren't too happy about. But I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything with that.
I tried to.
And there are what rules that about tipping it? I mean, what are the rules about drinking out of it? Anze Kopitar here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Well, you can drink. Everybody can drink out of it, but it's just the guy that won it have to assist. So he's got to assist and you know, kind of tip it, I guess. And nobody can really pick it up unless you want it, and definitely nobody can hoist it. So
That hoisting it is you must win it to hoist.
You probably get tackled by cup keepers if you do
cup
that.
keepers
Yeah.
will come and take you
How
out.
many beers can
it's
it
no
fit?
joke.
Yeah, how many beers can it fit? Do you know? Have you seen?
You know what? I've asked a bunch of times. I think it's the 12 cans or 18.
When you're asking, you're probably not in this frame of mind to remember.
Yeah, you're not
right?
counting.
What do you mean
you're
by
not
that?
counting.
Like he could lose count. Well, just
Yeah,
just 'cause
sometimes you lose count, yeah.
Yeah, just because you're pouring doesn't mean you're also intaking. You know, that's what I think is what Anze is trying to say. He's responsible around
For
the
Chris
cup.
Law, that's
No,
what
but
it
it's
is.
interesting when you say for the first time you don't know when you're going to get it again. So when you
Yeah.
get it a second time, is there more me time with it, where you're just going to be a
Yeah,
little
it is.
bit more?
It's a lot more relaxed, and you know, the first time I wanted to, you know, take it places and get some cool shots with it. So maybe you're not necessarily enjoying it as much as you should have.
Right.
So the second time you're around, you kind of know what's coming, and it's all more relaxed and calm and you know, enjoyable.
So if you win it for a third time, I can say these things because, by the way, just for the radio audience, the look that you get from people like Anze Kopitar when you talk about things like Fight Club, you're not supposed to talk about like when you win it. Let's put it, if you win it a third time, this coming summer, you can bathe your impending soon-to-be child
yeah.
in the cup.
Yeah, she's probably gonna sit in there. That's
It's
for sure. That's
you're
one of the traditions. Yeah.
Have you been thinking about that sort of thing, or did I just put a swing? That's a little thought. in
You
your
know,
head
you
right
start
there.
thinking about it when you see other guys do it. So then when you
So
start
you have
thinking about
seen
it.
babies bathed
yeah.
in the cup?
Yeah, yeah. Not bathe, but just sit in it.
Sit in the cup.
Yeah, and clothes and everything, yeah.
Because I don't
nothing
think you could
crazy.
fit a kid's seat in there. You can't fit a booster seat or anything like that in the cup.
Probably
It's
not,
at the
no.
top. That's probably unadvisable. And so you have a kid. Your first child is coming.
Yeah, we have, me and my wife, Venus, we have the first one on the way, and it's can pretty much happen anytime now.
Really? Like
Yeah.
during the middle of this conversation?
I hope not, but they might,
Okay.
yes.
Well, if you have to go, just give me the high sign.
All right.
You know,
All
and then please, you'd have to go. I've got Anze Kopitar here in the studio for the Rich Eisen show. So you are locked in a battle right now, the Kings, for a playoff position right now.
Yeah.
Has there been some sort of hangover from winning the cup, or just the fact that 2 of the 3 years you won the cup, the amount of playoff games that you played were essentially another playing season for you guys?
Well, we played a lot of hockey last 3 years. You know, there's no secret to it. But at the same time, you know, we're all professionals. We're all, you know, we know what we're playing for. So, you know, the feeling in the end that we talked about it before, that's where you want to be every season. And it doesn't matter if you're playing a lot of games and, you know, you're a little bit tired. That feeling in the end trumps everything. So we're going to make sure we make the playoffs. And then once we do that, you know, you turn the page and you start writing the new story.
So what is the most difficult thing about repeating now that you're trying to do it for a second time?
Well, as of right now, it's just making the playoffs again. You know?
Sure.
But then, you know, you just have a target on your back, I think. I think when you go to, you know, to play on the road, everybody circles that game. At least I know we did when, you know, before when we won the cup. So, you know, you try and knock off the cup champs, and you know, I'm sure that's what everybody's trying to do. So it's a little bit harder.
I'm here with Anze Kopitar of the Los Angeles Kings, Stanley Cup champion 2 times over here on the Rich Eisen show. So playing in Los Angeles, you've gotten to meet a bunch of people, right? From
Yeah.
the television and
Yeah.
film world, correct?
Correct.
Who's the one that you met that you're sort of like, wow, that's pretty cool that I met this person?
Well, I just heard, you know, Vince Vaughn's going to be or was on the show already. I met him a couple of times.
Okay.
Met Matthew Perry, Eric Stonestreet.
Yeah, I know that. Well, those are season ticket holders.
Yeah, Tom
These are-
Hanks. I mean, there was.
Well, there's Colin too. Don't forget
and
Colin.
Colin,
Okay.
yeah.
The
Ken
whole
left
Hanks
him out.
family.
I mean, there was a lot of David Beckham. I mean, that's one of the big ones too. So it's, you know, with LA, when you get into a playoffs, there's a lot of celebrity sighting at the games.
Now, are you saying that these celebrities show up just?
Not everybody.
Okay,
Not everybody. I can, yeah.
So if you have Matthew Perry, Eric Stonestreet, let's throw Colin Hanks in there, and Al Michaels.
Yep.
Okay. They're all somehow, some way, all broken down on the side of the road on the 405. And they called
Okay.
you, Anze Kopitar, for help. Which one do you help out first? Matt Perry, Stonestreet, Colin Hanks, Al Michaels. Anze Kopitar is like the AAA. Who do you pick up first?
Well, I think first, okay. Well, I try to help everybody.
Of course,
but
no, that's understood. You're a good
Okay,
guy. You're a
first
good guy.
guy.
That's established. You're a good guy. Putting you on the
first
spot
guy.
here, though. Yeah, who do you?
I don't know. Well, I'm going to take a lot of heat for that. Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, you're good. That's what I do here.
Of course.
But you're used to this crucible, Anze. Here we go. What do you got?
I think I can handle Eric, so he might be the 4th pick.
Okay.
You know what? I think I go with Al.
Got to go with Al first.
Yeah, well, he's on TV most of the time talking about you. I mean, the other guys are on TV, but they got scripts written. So Al is more of a freelancer on that.
Okay.
So he can throw you under the bus a lot easier.
So you pick up Al first.
Yeah.
And then at some point, you get.
Well, then I got to go Matthew, Colin, and
then Stone
Eric,
Street.
if I have time.
Okay. I think. Listen, this is something we don't have to hold you to it. We're just spitballing here.
All right, that's fine.
You know, but I just want to make sure that I just get the pecking order right. And I would, Al is the guy.
Al's the guy.
Yeah, Matthew was here the other day, asked what I should ask you, and he said, ask him who his favorite friend is. So I think I just found out. I think I just found out.
Okay.
It's Al Michaels.
Perfect. Great.
Well, there goes the Eric Stone Street baby gift. There it goes, right out the window. Good to have you here, Anze.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Please come back. Come back anytime.
We'll do, anytime.
Excellent. This is Anze Kopitar of the Los Angeles Kings. They've won 10 of their last 13 games, and they are shooting up the conference and division standings with a bullet.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.